Hello guys, welcome back to CodeCraft with Oshan. Today we are going to write our very first Java program together step by step. In this video, we'll check if Java is already installed if not, set up VS Code, understand two important concepts, the class and the main method, and finally write and run our very first Java program. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. Before we touch any code, let's talk about what we need. We only need two things: the Java Development Kit, also known as the JDK, and Visual Studio Code. The JDK allows our computer to compile and run Java programs, while VS Code is the editor we will use to write our Java code. The best part is that both of these tools are completely free. Now, many of you might already have Java installed on your computer, so instead of installing it again, let's first check whether it's already available. So let's open the command prompt and check it together. So without wasting any time, let's open the command prompt. First, let's type Java, then space dash version and press enter. Perfect. We can see Java version 21.0.7. This tells us that Java Development JDK is already installed on our computer. It also displays information about Java runtime environment and the hotspot 64-bit server VM. Now let's check exactly where Java is installed. So that type where space Java and press enter. As you can see, it displays two locations where java.exe is available. This confirms that Java has been correctly added our system path. Let's do one final check. Type javac space dash version and press enter. If your terminal showed an error instead of a version number, don't worry. It simply means Java isn't installed yet. Let's quickly install it. Open your web browser and search for JDK download. I recommend download the latest LTS version, which stands for long-term support. LTS versions are the most stable and are commonly used in real-world software development. From the search results, open the official Oracle website from oracle.com. Oracle is the company that currently maintains Java. Choose the installer that matches your operating system, whether it shows Windows, Mac OS or Linux, and download it. Once the download is complete, open the installer. Simply click Next, Next, Install and then Finish. After the installation is complete, go back to the command prompt and run java-version and javac-version again to verify that Java has been installed successfully. Now that Java is ready, let's prepare our code editor. We'll be using Visual Studio Code, which is one of the most popular editors among developers. Go to the official VS Code website and download the installer for your operating system. Install it just like any other application by clicking Next, Next, Install and Finish. Once VS Code is installed, we are ready to start writing Java code. Before we jump into coding, let's understand one important concept: the class. Every Java program contains at least one class. You can think of a class as a blueprint or a template. A class acts as a container that holds our program's code. Inside a class, we can have variables, methods, constructors, and many other components. One important rule to remember is the class name must always match the file name. That's why we'll create a file called main.java, because our class will also be named main. Now let's understand another important concept: the main method. A method is simply a block of code that performs a specific task. method is special because it's the starting point of every Java application. Whenever we run a Java program, the JVM looks for the main method first. Program execution always begins from this method. Every standalone Java application must have a main method. Now that we understand what a class is and what the main method does, so it is finally time to write our very first Java program. Let's switch over to VS Code. Alright guys, now let's open VS Code. Before we start coding, we need one important thing: the Java extension pack. Let's click on the extension icon and search for extension pack for Java. This extension pack is published by Microsoft. It includes useful features like IntelliSense, debugging, testing, and project management. This making Java development much easier. Let's click install. In my case, it's already installed, which is why you can see uninstall and disable instead of the install button. If you don't have it yet, simply click install and wait for the installation to finish. Now let's create a folder for our project. I'll name it first Java program and then open it in VS Code. Inside this folder, let's create a new file called main.java. Remember, the Java file name must always match the public class name. So let's begin typing our code. I'll type public, then space, class. Notice the VS Code immediately suggests the class keyword. That's IntelliSense helping us write code faster. Let's accept the suggestion. Great. We have now created our first Java class. Every standalone Java program needs at least one class, and this is ours. Now inside this class we need the main method. So this is the entry point of every Java application. As soon as I type public static void main, VS Code automatically completes the rest of main method, including string, square bracket, args. This saves times and helps us avoid typing mistakes. Now let's display something on screen. I'll type system.out.print. Notice that VS Code immediately suggests print, println, and printf also. This is another advantage of the Java extension pack. It helps us code faster. So let's write welcome to CodeCraft with Oshan, and don't forget the semicolon. Now on the next line, let's write println. The ln stands for line. So after printing the text, Java automatically moves the cursor to the next line. Let's save our file. Now open the terminal inside VS Code. First compile the program using java c main.java. This command uses the Java compiler to convert our source code into bytecode. Now let's run the program. So I type java class name main.java. Take a close look at the output. Welcome to CodeCraft with Oshan and hello world appear on the same line. Why did that happen? Because we use print. This doesn't move the cursor to a new line after printing. Println, however, always move at the next line. This is one of the first difference every Java beginner should remember. So let's add one more line using println. So I type system.out.println hello guys and run the program again. This clearly shows the difference between print and println. So you can see hello guys appears on the completely new line. Let's refresh our first print with println so that all three messages appear on the same separate lines. This time instead of using terminal command, let's simply click the run button. So VS Code automatically compiles and run program for us. Both methods works perfect. You can use whichever one you can prefer. Everyone, that is for today's lesson. Today we learned how to check whether Java is installed, how to install JDK if need, how to set up VS Code for Java development, and what is a class, what is a main method, and finally how to write and run our very first Java program. So in our next lesson, we'll continue our Java journey by learning about variables, data types, and how to put the comments in Java. So thank you so much for waiting. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep coding. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.